Hi, I'm Michael Roche, the Executive Director of Singapore Grand Prix.
What makes Singapore Grand Prix distinguished from two others?
I think because we were kind of rookies in one sense, because we'd never put on a motorsports event. But our group was very much a leading Asian lifestyle group. So we understood about retail, we understood about ticketing, we understood about concerts, we understood about hospitality, food and beverage.
Yeah.
So what we were doing, it's like having a Christmas tree. If they delivered the Christmas tree, we just had to decorate it and make sure there was power and that it all worked, kind of thing. And you cannot get everything right in the first year. You learn so much. It's kind of terrifying because of the importance. And you're not looking at a Singapore TV audience or an Asian TV audience. It's a total global audience, and we're also linked with the Singapore government. So you have to deliver. But we do 1 million things, and for sure 5 to 10% doesn't work as well as we thought it would do. But as long as you deliver largely safely and it's fun and value for money, people will come back. And then you, as I said, you just twist and finesse it every year to make it that bit better.
Alright. So Singapore Grand Prix is very well known for their street race at night. Is there any obstacles when organizing them?
So many that you'd be here for a year if I had to tell you them all, because you're taking a big part of the downtown city. So we actually start building in June. It's not something that you just put up the week before, but the last grandstand literally is finished one day before the event, because it's on the road and we just, we take over a bus stop and start building something. I think we have to work with 19 and sometimes 21 government agencies to get everybody to sign off, because one foot over here is owned by one government agency and the other side is this. It doesn't mean you can just take it. So it's the first 2 years and 3 years where you really learn, and they don't know what's coming. We weren't sure what's coming, Formula One, and then you kind of just tidy up as you go along and make it better. And once you've got the familiarity and they have confidence, and they had to give a bit, we have to give a bit to make it work. If you've got a sense of common purpose, it's much easier. And I think that's been the success of Singapore Grand Prix, is that after the first 1 or 2 difficult years, people really all pull in the same direction.
So from that obstacles and difficulties, you have any advice for organizer in Vietnam?
Be patient. Don't try and do everything in the first year. Don't overburden. If you fill things up so much that it's about to topple, it may topple. You don't want to do that. So, the recommendations are, look, people should have fun with it, but it is a national importance event. So you cannot underestimate how much work that you have to put in. People say, what do you do for the rest of the year? All we do for 13 months of every year is just do the Grand Prix. It's so challenging. It's not like just putting on a concert, putting on a food event. It's so multi-dimensional.
Yeah, I see.
And I think it's probably the biggest event that's ever gone into Vietnam. And Vietnam's a big country, and the world, we use the tagline of, some of the commentators said in the first years when we started, because it was a night race, it was downtown, it was in this little exotic island called Singapore, the world is watching. Well, the world is watching Hanoi now. It's fun, but you should enjoy that process. And be proud of it. Don't try and be Monaco. Don't try and be Western in the sense. Be Vietnamese and be proud of the culture and the food and everything that you can do. Brilliant engineers there, just because it's a showcase for the country.
Yeah, just localize
it, but make it the best it can be.
So Vietnam is preparing for the road, and Singapore is a very successful example for Grand Prix. What's your evaluation about the successful outcome of Vietnam Grand Prix?
You actually have a process of educating people who come to the race, because half the people that come to your race maybe have never been to a Grand Prix, maybe a lot more. It's very complex, so it's how you in terms that's easily understood, explain what the Friday is about, what the Saturday is about. It's not a race, but it takes quite a lot of explaining and the rules, So you need a part of that process. But Asia's well ahead on all the way that uses digital and social media, you know, so if people are all checking and it's in your own languages and in multiple languages.
Do you think that the income of people in one country affect to the reason that they will go to Grand Prix?
Yeah, of course, it has a factor, but we have over 60 price points now. We start at about $20-25 US. You know, so we're actually one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest Grand Prix in the whole circuit, but we're also at the high end the most expensive. And we've got everything in between. And we're very fortunate because Singapore's an airline hub, and there's many budget airlines, there's many opportunities to come. So we try to make a reputation for ourselves and become a bucket list. And people will come. And what I mentioned, it's important in circuit that you don't overprice everything.
Yeah, but Vietnamese people think that the price of a Grand Prix ticket is a bit high, and they're not very familiar with the Grand Prix. So, do you think it will refrain people to come to Vietnam Grand Prix?
It slightly does but it's accessibility. But as long as I can get a flight, I mean, I got my flights. They were fairly cheap, I think. Your ticket prices are okay, but it has to be relevant to the income in Vietnam. But people will spend money. It's very interesting. You can see, you know, a working level class family, and if a big Korean pop band comes, guess what? They will find the price. They will find the money to go. You know, that's what you have to do with your Formula One Grand Prix: is make it something. Okay, I'm not going to go out to dinner for the last 3 weeks before the race. I'm going to save up, and I'm going. And as long as you deliver value for money, they will always come back. People can work a bit of overtime, or they can do something to make it, because they should attend it. You know, it's a wow factor. There's nothing more exciting than your first Formula One Grand Prix. When you hear the engines go, it's so compelling. It's wonderful. You know?
Yeah, so it should be also from the organizers how to make the events more interesting for people.
But you have to communicate. You have to reach out, and and everybody will still say, "Oh, but it's sold out. Oh, but it's too expensive. Oh, but you know, it's too difficult." And you just keep working at it, and then more and more people say, "Actually, I went. It wasn't, and it was fantastic." And then you just keep going like that, and that's why we had that curve up to last year. Why gradually we built up that an audience has confidence that they're going to have value for money, and they do say, "Yeah, sometimes we're expensive, but you deliver value for money." The worst thing you can do is charge high and deliver low. You know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.